Hello everyone, Saturday, June 15th, 2019, and of course, yesterday was the first day of the Amazing Con here in Las Vegas, and I thought I would do the video today. I tried to do it last night, but was just a little too tired, so I thought, you know what, let me get a video before I have to go to work. I was really looking forward to this show because I had saved my money for a long time to really go in with a lot of cheddar in the old pocket to pick up some things I was looking for. But the bottom line is the pickings were pretty slim for golden age books. The things that I look for pre-code, golden age, old EC stuff. There wasn't a whole lot of stuff there, and the things that were there were like most times, you're going to find things in lower grade condition, as we've discussed on this channel many times. And I understand that, and I always look for things if you can get a decent price. And books like that, you're going to have to pay a little bit more for. But some of the prices being asked were just really, really outrageous. So I was able to find a couple of books as it related to pre-code, but nothing really, really spectacular. There was one guy who had a couple of EC books, old Tales from the Crypt stuff, and his prices was just, you looked at him like, are you really asking these prices? He's asking $1,000 to $1,200 for lower grade books on some of these EC things, and you can find those. You can find them in the $325 to $400, $450 range. $1,000, $1,200 is just a little too much. And then there was the typical Harley Yee booth that no one was there at. Harley's got some nice books, but his price points are really, really expensive. And that's kind of the nature of the beast right now as it relates to comic book conventions. There was a time where you couldn't give away horror comic books. People didn't want to buy that. And now those are the hot books. And I spoke to some dealers that had some booths there that I've known over the years, and they were all saying the same thing. Business was a little slow. Now that just might be because it was Friday, and of course Saturday being usually the big day. But it didn't really seem like there was a whole lot of money changing hands at comic book booths. So we'll see what happens. So I did find some things that I wanted to pick up. I have a friend, Vic Moya, who is a comic book artist here locally, who I've known for a few years now, and he's a super nice guy. And he just did a book with another artist called, this is the Testament book that came out, I think, a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. And he did a lot of the art for this. And so here is page 11 for that book right there. Here's page 11. Really cool right there. And I was able to pick up the original artwork for page 11. This was a gift from him because I am a huge Testament fan. If you don't know who Testament was, they were a metal band in the mid, they were big in the mid to late 80s, into about 90, 91. And I love them. I thought they were part of the Big Four when they did the Big Four concerts a few years back with Metallica, Slayer, Megadeth, and Anthrax. I thought Testament should have been the fourth of those bands. So I was excited about that. And then here is the first page here, the first splash page, or the first page of the book. Right there, a nice concert scene. And with that, I was able to buy the artwork for that first page, which I thought was really, really cool. Got a great deal on it, so thank you so much, Vic, for that. And then they had this print that he did, that they made a print of at the show. Of course, my love for the Who Laughs character has been greatly spoke about on this channel. So he came up with this concept here, and I was able to buy the original artwork that was done for that print, which was just a blank variant sketch or he had done a while back, and I was going to buy just the variant sketch, and then they made a print for it for the show, so I was very happy about that. So I'm very happy about these here. Really, really nice. And of course, I've talked about Deadpoo. Marat Michaels does his character Deadpoo, so there was a couple of Deadpoo things that got picked up. I picked up, this was a one for the Las Vegas show here. Of course, there's Eeyore and Deadpoo there. Really cool concept on that right there is a virgin cover. Well, not really a virgin cover, but just a nice cover. And then if you know anything about Frazetta and his Death Dealer, this is the Pooh Dealer, which I thought was really funny. So I picked that up, a regular cover here, and then I picked up a limited Virgin variant cover there. Very happy with that. And again, I picked up some Adam Hughes Wonder Woman covers. Nothing really spectacular, just some different Wonder Woman covers. Here's one here. Here. Adam Hughes, of course, is always very popular, so I picked up these, and I got a couple of these here. Here's one here, one here. Always thought that was kind of a funny cover, so I picked those up when I could, and then just another one here. Just higher grade Adam Hughes covers. I mean, people always want Adam Hughes, and you get a little bit more for them. And then I picked up, of course, we have talked about, let me put this Testament book back. We have talked about the books that get people interested in collecting. Of course, I stated that the book that I got interested in collecting when I really started waiting for books to come out was a Blitzkrieg #1. And whenever I find one, I buy it. So here's a Blitzkrieg #1 I found. This was the book that started it all for me. Even though I had bought some books in the past, this was the book that kind of got me looking forward to the next issue coming out. So nice Joe Kubert art right there. And I just always remember this catching my eye. And then the fact that the neighbor of ours would read this to me with a German accent to try to make the story interesting. Just brings back really, really good memories, even though if you've heard the story about that, there is a sad ending to that story, but I won't get into that here. A couple of other things I picked up. This is a Spectacular Spider-Man #90. Of course, the last splash page has a Spider-Man in the black costume. And then, of course, right there on the up panel, and this is only the last panel only for that, but this is kind of, it's the same month as the actual first, technically the first appearance, so this could technically be a first appearance as well. I've always liked this book, so I was able to get one of those. I was able to pick up a Detective Comics number 405, of course, the first League of Assassins. Nothing fantastic, got a decent price on it, so I picked it up. This is probably a mid-grade 5.0. What I grade, yeah, 5.0. But a very desirable book, and there is rumors that they're going to do a League of Assassins down the road, so I just grabbed this one here. And then my two pre-code pickups at the show. Again, pick-ins were very slim, so I picked up a couple of mid-grade. One's a 5, one's a 5.5. The first is a 5.0 from 1950. This is Crime and Punishment number 22. Pick this up here. And a Fight Comics number 70 from 1950. Graded this a 5.5. Really good color appeal on this book right here. You can tell Cho didn't do that cover right there because she's thin. So there was that. That's Tiger Girl. Trails of Madman Safari to the Crawl of Traitor Tusks. So just kind of a cool concept right there. This is Fiction House Magazines, of course, from 1950. So whenever you can find something from pre-code, and it's in decent condition, pick it up. So again, weren't great deals on these books, but they were a decent enough price for me to pick these up. And the condition was such that, it was better than pretty much anything else there without having to pay an arm and a leg for. So those are the things I picked up. Again, I'm sure the show's going to be better today, but like I stated, the people, for things that I was looking for, I mean, everybody goes to comic shows. I'm not a cosplayer, although, I love watching the cosplayers because they're doing their thing, and I can appreciate that. But it's not something that I don't go to shows to see cosplayers. Again, there weren't really huge autographers there. I think the big signers aren't going there because of the fact that I don't know if they'd make any money at the Amazing Con. George Perez was there. He was very cordial. A lot of people were getting in line. He was signing 5 free autographs for everybody, but you had to get a ticket and you had a specific time you had to stand in line to keep lines from getting really big. And again, not a ton of really big time artists. So hopefully next year the show is a little better. But again, like I stated, the things that I'm looking for are just getting harder and harder to find. So there was the video. Again, it was just a real quick little video. I told everybody I'd show you what I got. So that's pretty much all we have today. Again, if you are a subscriber and like the video, give it a thumbs up and hit that, like button. And if you know somebody who might enjoy the channel, give them a chance to tell them about the channel and hit the subscribe button. So again, that's pretty much all we have today. So I hope you liked the video, but as always, if you didn't, nothing I can do for you. Have a great day, and I'll see you next week with a new comic book video.